We got your hot dogs here. Frank Watkins here. Here's news about your favorite New York.
And a great look there at perhaps the most storied ballpark in baseball history. Yankee Stadium in the Bronx, as MLB 06 The Show gets set to bring you another edition of Major League Baseball. Straight ahead, it's a rematch of the 2003 World Series, as it'll be the Florida Marlins taking on the New York Yankees. And hello again, everybody. Matt Vasgersian here to call balls and strikes. Alongside me are colleagues Dave Campbell and Rex Hudler. And Dave, we turn to you first. What should we keep an eye on in this matchup?
Well, we'll have the DH in effect in this interleague matchup, which always proves a little more interesting. Last year, American League teams won a total of 20 more games than the National League in interleague play. Let's see if that trend continues.
All right, Dave and Hud will join us shortly, but let's get to our New Era Cap starting lineup as the visiting Florida Marlins align like this. Hanley Ramirez will lead things off and be the shortstop. Next is Jeremy Hermida. He'll be out in right field. Mike Jacobs will bat third. He's at first base. Miguel Cabrera, the third baseman, is in the cleanup spot. Lenny Harris is in the fifth spot at DH today. Number 32 will bat sixth and play second. Josh Willingham will be in the number 7 spot and play left field. Matt Trainer will be behind the plate and hit eighth. Chris Aguila will round out the lineup. He is in center. Sean Chacon gets the ball to face them, and I think the one key will be how aggressive he is on the mound. He's got to get the ball and go right after hitters because he can get into trouble when he nitpicks and falls behind. And a look now at the defensive alignment for the Yankees behind him. Hanley Ramirez will step to the plate now as we're ready to get this one underway.
Hanley Ramirez.
Underway at the ballpark this afternoon as the first pitch is in there for strike one. The pitch. Grounded to third. And a throw onto first by A-Rod is in time, one away. Jeremy Hermida will dig in, and as you can see, he's been a much better hitter at home this year. Swing and a bullet to the right side. In there, a base hit. So a runner on first with one out now. And here's the young first baseman, Mike Jacobs. Chacon ready. Now the pitch. Swung on and missed for the first strike.
Yeah, the pitcher's making him go after his pitch, taking control early in the at-bat.
Outside for a ball, 1-1. Swing and a grounder to first. They might get two here. Jeter on to first as they get the double play to get him out of the inning. So they pick up no runs, one hit, no errors, and no one left on. And now the Yankees will see what they can do. No score. New Era Cap again has the starting lineup for the Yankees, and it looks like this. Leading things off is the speedy Johnny Damon. He's in center field. Derek Jeter bats second. He's at short. Next is the 2005 American League MVP, Alex Rodriguez. He's at third. Behind him, the powerful Gary Sheffield out in right. Then it's the Japanese import, Hideki Matsui. He'll play left field. Miguel Cairo will be at first base and hit sixth. Behind the plate and batting next, the switch-hitting Jorge Posada. Bernie Williams will bat eighth and be the DH this afternoon. Robinson Cano will round out the order. He will play second. And they'll be opposed by a rookie surprise in Florida a year ago, left-hander Jason Vargas. Vargas, 23 years of age out of Long Beach State, a natural right-hander growing up, but by the time his Little League years rolled around, he'd become a left-hander. And a good decision as he made that his meal ticket to the majors. And in the field, Rawlings will show us that the Marlins will align themselves as such. Johnny Damon will step in now to lead things off in the home half of the first. Changeup too low, and it's 1-0.
Sometimes guys go down and get the soft stuff. Not there.
Here's a changeup that's right there, 1-1. And the low 80s slider is in there, and he's in control, 1-2. Now a ball hit in the air to left center. And he will get there as he puts this one away on the run for the first out of the inning.
Boy, left that fastball up that time, but he got away with it and got him to fly out.
Derek Jeter will step in, leading the American League in hitting entering play today. First pitch coming. And he gets ahead 0-1. And look out as that one ran in and got him.
Yeah, Matt, sometimes your mind just doesn't react fast enough to balls down near your feet. He couldn't get out of the way there.
Now it's Rodriguez. Will step in now, and you see where he ranks in the home run chase in the American League. Changeup too low, and it's 1-0.
And if there's one guy in this lineup you don't want to fall behind, A-Rod's the one.
In there, 1-1.
And if he can spot that pitch there, he's going to have a lot of success in this game.
And this is low, ball 2. 2-1. Called strike 2 as he locks him up there. Runner at first here, one man out. Grounded to third. This could be 2. There's 1. Relay to first in time, and just like that, this side is retired. So no runs, no hits, no errors, and no one left on. Second inning upcoming here in the Bronx with no score. Miguel Cabrera leads things off now in the top half of the second.
Miguel Cabrera.
Here it comes. And this is lined right back up the middle. And a base hit, so he goes after the first pitch he sees, and he's on to open up the inning. Lenny Harris will get his first cuts here.
Lenny Harris.
Again, guys. Double up right here.
Spins and pulls this one down the line at first. Foul. Reaches for one and slaps it down the line at third. Foul. fouled straight back. Tried to work it back to that low inside corner, but it misses. 1-2. A look at Cabrera, now the pitch. Inside and a hair low. It's 2 balls and 2 strikes. And that's low, so a good eye there as he works the count back full. Grounded foul off to the left, so they'll do it again. 8th pitch of the at-bat coming up. He'll try it again, 3-2. And he misses there for ball 4, so runners are at first and second now with nobody out. Number 32 will stand in. Curveball just misses apparently. 1-0.
And at Yankee Stadium, guys can turn on that pitch inside like that.
And he gets under this one a bit as this is lifted into center field. Leaps high as he makes the catch. Well done. The relay, but it's way late and he's in there. Josh Willingham will stand in for the first time here.
Josh Willingham.
Chop now to short. Can they get 2? And the throw will go to second as they get the force out. On to first, but not in time as he's in there ahead of the throw. Matt Trainer will dig in, and you see by the breakdown, he's really seeing the ball well this month. Oh, missed that one by a mile. It's 0-1. A runner on first with 2 away. He's set, now the pitch. And this misses the outside corner, so it's knotted up at 1-1.
Good idea trying to work the outside part of the plate with the hard stuff.
And this is hit hard up the middle. What a stop by Jeter. Throw gets him at first. Highway robbery right there as the inning is over. So 1 run on 1 hit, no errors, and a runner left. We'll go to the bottom half of inning number 2. The Marlins lead it 1-0. Gary Sheffield will dig in now, and you see where he ranks in RBIs in the American League. Changeup called strike 1. Now a ground ball towards the hole. And don't quite know what was going on there, but he's into first base safely. Hideki Matsui will dig in, and as you can see, he's been a much better hitter at home this year. Nowhere close with the fastball to begin the at-bat. It's ball 1.
And after a very economical first, let's see if he mixes things up a bit.
Off the end of the bat, this will be a tough play, and that'll land for a base hit. Miguel Cairo will try and get things going because, as you can see, he's just not hitting the ball well this month. In there, and it's 0-1. From the stretch. And a slider bounces, and that gets away. So now 2 men in scoring position.
Boy, that's a costly mistake there, as now you wipe out the double play possibility.
Fastball close, but he didn't get it. 2-1. In the air to straightaway center field. Aguila is there, and that should be deep enough to score the run. And Sheffield is in to score. So a runner at third here with 1 gone. And here's the switch-hitting catcher, Jorge Posada. Reaches down and hits this one on the ground to short. Throw to first is in time, but meanwhile the runner is in to score. Bernie Williams will step in now. Switch hitter batting from the right side here. Swing and a miss as he's underneath that one for the first strike.
Good setup there on the inside part of the plate. If they're smart, they'll keep trying to lock him up in there.
And there's ball 1. Changed things up on him, and he got him to swing through it. 1-2 now. Pitch swung on and hit in the air toward the line and right. Hermida is there, makes the catch, and the side is retired. So 2 runs on just 1 hit in the inning, no errors, and no one left. Through 2 here at the ballpark, the Yankees lead it 2-1. Chris Aguila will dig in, and as you can see, he's been a much better hitter at home this year. Watches a fastball right there for strike 1.
Just a perfect spot for that fastball.
Ball 1. Sign from Posada. Now the 1-1. Swing and a ball hit hard to third. Throw to first in time, and the leadoff man is gone to start the third. So 1 out now for the Marlins in their half of the third. And at the plate is the young shortstop, Hanley Ramirez. And a curveball in for a strike. And that misses downstairs for a ball. 1-1.
He'll look for something a little higher.
Swinging a hard-hit ball back up the middle. And that'll get through into center field for a base hit. So a runner at first with 1 man gone, and that'll bring forth the youngster, Jeremy Hermida.
Jeremy Hermida.
Here's the first pitch to him. Lays off 1-0.
Good patience there to stay back and watch that all the way.
And he takes a called strike 1. Hermida awaits the 1-1. And he looks at one in there, 1-2.
Boy, and that is just the definition of hitting your spots.
Outside and low that time. Now it's 2 balls and 2 strikes. Two-two pitch on the way. Center field. Damon is there now, and he has it. 2 gone. Mike Jacobs will get another shot. He hit into a double play his last time. First pitch coming. Swinging a bouncing ball behind second. And the throw just does beat him at the bag, so the side is retired. So no runs here on 1 base hit, no errors, and a runner left. We'll head now to the home half of inning number 3. The Yankees lead this one 2-1. Robinson Cano makes his way to the plate to get us started here in the bottom of inning number 3.
Robinson Cano.
And he lays off a fastball. Looked good, but it's 1-0. Now a swing and a high fly ball, and this one has some carry on it to deep right field. Hermida has to back up a bit, but he has it shy of the wall for the first out. Johnny Damon to dig in here. He flew out his first time around. And here's the first pitch. And he lays off there, 1-0. Here's a ball hit pretty well and carrying to deep right. Hermida is back in plenty of time to put this away, however, and there are 2 gone. Derek Jeter will get another shot, hit by a pitch his last time. Now a ball lined towards center field. And a base hit for Jeter. Alex Rodriguez will step in. He's 0 for 1 thus far.
Alex Rodriguez.
Starts him out with a slider for a strike. One and one.
And they better keep an eye on that runner at first.
No contact there, and it's 1-2.
And there's a reason this team is losing already. He's got to stay out of the middle with those.
A look at Jeter, now the pitch. Just does stay alive as this is fouled back. In the dirt, and now let's see. Swing and a hard grounder down the line at third. Throw on to Jacobs at first. He'll take care of him, and the inning is over. We'll see Miguel Cabrera leading off when we get back. On now to the top of inning number 4. The Yankees lead it 2-1. Miguel Cabrera will stand in now to get us going here in the 4th.
Miguel Cabrera.
Now a ball hit back up the middle. Over to his left. He's up with it. Throw to first in time. One gone here in the fourth. Lenny Harris will stand in. Base on balls his last time. First pitch to him. Swing and a miss, and he's behind 0-1. Good breaking ball, but he missed inside with it. A ball and a strike.
And that's a good location coming back at his body there.
And he misses 2-1. Now the pitch. Grounded right back to the box. In time to first, and there are 2 away. Number 32 will dig in. 0 for 1 in the ballgame.
Kevin Tyler.
First pitch on the way. Gets under this one as this is hit high and pretty deep out there to center field. Damon will have room, though, as he makes the catch and the side is retired. There's Gary Sheffield. He'll lead it off when we return. They still lead it 2-1. Gary Sheffield will lead things off here in the home half of the fourth. And a swing and a ball hit well down the left field line, but back into the crowd, foul. And here's a fastball called for strike 2. Good waist pitch, 1-2. The 1-2 offering looked like a slider that time, but it's 2-2.
And he'll wait for something a little higher that he can do something with.
Oh, and look out as this runs in and gets him. The second man he's plunked in this one.
Well, you hate to start an inning out that way if you're on the mound, but this one just got away from him.
Hideki Matsui digs in at the plate. Swinging a hard liner to center field. And that's in there, base hit. And now this will rattle up against the fence. And a relay home. And not nearly in time as the run scores easily. Miguel Cairo will try and turn things around here as he's really cooled off this month. First pitch coming. And this is heading out toward left field, but this is going to get fouled up into the crowd. A runner at second, nobody out. And he misses with it, 1-1. Both clubs with 3 hits in the ballgame. Now a swing and a miss, and he's behind 1-2.
Looked like he almost gave up on that swing.
And a changeup swung on and missed for the first out. Jorge Posada will dig in. 0 for 1 with a run batted in thus far. Good bite to the slider, and he takes strike one.
Boy, tough pitch right out of the chute in this at-bat.
And Posada can't make contact with that. He's behind 2 strikes. Swung on and missed by Posada, who's down on strikes. Bernie Williams will stand in. He flew out his last time up.
Bernie Williams.
And he lays off a pitch in there for the first strike.
Matt, let's see if that sets the tempo for the rest of the at-bat.
Swing and a hard hit ball towards the hole. And that's through into left, a base hit.
Well, you can't fault the pitch location here. Have a look. They know he has trouble with the ball down, but he beats them at their own game. That's just good hitting.
So runners at the corners with 2 gone. And here's the second baseman, Robinson Cano.
Robinson Cano.
Now a swing and a high fly ball, and this one has some carry on it to deep right field. On the run, and he has it to retire the side. So 1 run on 2 hits, no errors, and 2 men left stranded. We played 4 full. The Yankees lead it 3-1. Josh Willingham will make his way towards the box to lead off the 5th.
Josh Willingham.
And that's inside for a ball, 1-0.
He's got to keep his hand steady on a pitch inside like that.
Swing and a miss as he ramps up on the fastball, 1-1. Swing and a miss. Good sinking action there, 1-2. Boy, good cutting action to that pitch as that's the first out of the inning. Matt Trainer trying to keep it up as you see that he's really turned it on here this month. Below the knees, 1 ball, no strikes. Swing and a high drive, deep left field. Should stay in the ballpark. Matsui is going to have room, though, as he backs up to put it away, and there are 2 men gone. Chris Aguila will dig in, and as you can see, he's been a much better hitter at home this year. Starts things here with a changeup for a called strike. Swing and a miss here, and he's behind in the count now, 0-2.
Let's see if they stick with a fastball or try to change things up a bit, 0-2.
And the cutter got him swinging. Strike 3, and the side is retired. So it's no runs on no hits, no errors, and no one left. Last half of the 5th coming up. The Yankees lead this one 3-1. Johnny Damon will dig in, 0 for 2 thus far.
Center fielder, Johnny Damon.
And he takes ball 1. The next pitch. Swing and a ground ball towards the hole. Oh, look at this. Throw not nearly in time, so despite the great effort, that'll go into the books as an infield single. Jeter will dig in, and you see by the breakdown, he's really seeing the ball well this month. Now a throw over. Oh, and the throw sails. It's over his head, but he'll be in there easily. And he gets ahead here with the fastball, strike one.
That's a little too good to let go, but not necessarily something he could do anything with.
Lays off the slider, and it's 1-1. And he takes ball two, and it's 2-1. The 2-1. And he misses low here, so the count goes to 3-1. And the dangerous Alex Rodriguez looms in the on-deck circle. Swing, hard hit ball to second. Throws in time, and that's out number one. Sergio Mitre will come in and pitch now.
Now pitching for the Marlins, number 52, Sergio Mitre.
Alex Rodriguez will dig in, and as you can see, he's been a much better hitter at home this year. First pitch coming. Off the plate and low here, ball one.
He'll try a different arm slot here to see if he can get him to chase.
And that's swung on and fouled straight back. Swing and a hard hit grounder down the line. And this is going to be a foul ball. Swing and a miss by A-Rod, so he becomes a strikeout victim here. Gary Sheffield will get another shot, hit by a pitch his last time. Had him reaching that time. It's strike one.
And with a good pull hitter at the plate, the outfield will swing way around to the left here.
Lays off the sinker here, a ball and a strike.
And he'll run that sinker inside and keep guys from diving out.
Checks his swing here, but he does so in time. Fouled back. And this ball's hit pretty well, high and deep to straightaway left. Aguila will get under it, though, and he puts it away to retire the side. So one run here on one hit, one error, and no one left on base. 5 innings complete. The Yankees lead it 4-1. Hanley Ramirez will dig in, 1 for 2 thus far.
Hanley Ramirez.
And here's the first pitch. Now a changeup is bounced to second. Throw to first gets him, so the leadoff man's retired here to begin the 6th.
Good pitch to get the first out in the 6th. You see his numbers to this point in the game, just 1 run allowed on 3 hits. He's been tough out there so far.
Now batting.
Jeremy Hermida will dig in, and as you can see, he's been a much better hitter at home this year. First pitch to him. And that misses, ball 1.
A few more inches in, and that's a pitch he'll turn on.
And a 2-seamer runs in tight, 2-0.
And in a close ball game, I think you let him throw you one here.
The 2-0. That one's in there on the black, 2-1. Swing and a ball hit hard on the ground towards second. Throw gets him, 2 down. Mike Jacobs will try and get things going because, as you can see, he's just not hitting the ball well this month. Here's the first pitch to him. And that misses for ball 1. And a 2-seamer runs in tight, 2-0.
Boy, it's the grip that really makes that thing run into hitters.
And this is ripped down the first base line. A dive, but it's by him for a base hit. So it's a runner at first with 2 men out, and here comes young Miguel Cabrera.
Miguel Cabrera.
Now here's the first pitch. And, looked inside, but that's ruled as strike, 0-1. Set up away with the changeup, but it's 1-1. 6th inning, 4-1 is our score. And this ball runs away for ball 2, 2-1. Swing and a line drive. Well, the shortstop's got him played perfectly as he takes this in for the 3rd out. So no runs, 1 hit, no errors, and a runner left on. The 5, 6, and 7 slots due up in the bottom of inning number 6. The Yankees are out in front, 4-1. Hideki Matsui will be the batter as we get things going in the bottom of the 6th.
Hideki Matsui.
Now a ball hit hard towards center, and that'll get down for a base hit. The relay throw, and he'll get there as he legs out the leadoff triple. Miguel Cairo will try and turn things around here as he's really cooled off this month. Now here's a slow grounder to the left side. And Cabrera throws across the diamond for out number 1.
Now batting.
Jorge Posada will get another shot. Struck out swinging his last time. Here's the first offering. And he misses inside with that one. Ball 1. And he lays off the pitch up and in. Ball 2.
And he buzzed him with that one a bit.
Here comes the 2-0. And that's taken for a strike on the inside corner. 2-1. Here's a big swing and a miss on the fastball. 2-2.
Set him up inside and threw it just where he wanted.
Here's a ball hit foul down the third base line, so they'll try it again. 1 out, nobody on. Ready with another 2-2. Now a swing and a ball grounded to second. Throw to first will be in time to get Posada 2 away. Bernie Williams will step in. 1 for 2 in the ballgame.
Bernie Williams.
In there for strike 1, 0-1.
And that almost had a little cutting action to it that time.
And the pitch. Curveball there. This one touching 77 miles an hour. 2 strikes. And an off-speed pitch swung on and missed, and with that, the side is retired. So 1 run on 1 hit, no errors, and no one left. We're through 6 full. The Yankees lead this one 5-1. Lenny Harris will lead it off here in the top of inning number 7.
Lenny Harris.
Now here's the ball hit high and deep to straightaway right field. Sheffield is there. 1 pitch, 1 out.
Lefties have always loved that short porch here at Yankee Stadium. It's just 314 down the line, but he couldn't get enough of it to get it out of here.
Number 32 will step in. He's 0 for 2 to this point.
Kevin Tyler.
Swing and a ball lifted into straightaway center. Damon is there, so 2 pitches and 2 outs thus far. Josh Willingham will try again. Struck out swinging his last time through. First pitch fastball swung on and missed. 0-1. And that misses. 1-1.
Trying to work that thing back to the outer half. Good spot.
And that misses. 2-1. cutter, and that's a called strike 2. And he struck him out, so he's down on strikes for the second time this afternoon.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Florida
it's
down
time
in
for
order.
the
They're down
traditional
5-1.
seventh
Robinson Cano will step in now to lead off the home half of the seventh.
Robinson Cano.
Changeup too low, and it's 1-0. Fouled back. Hit hard towards the hole. Throw to first is in time for the first out. Johnny Damon will dig in. He singled and later scored his last time.
Johnny Damon.
Starts him out with a changeup for a strike.
And that's a confident pitcher that can start an at-bat with a changeup.
Fastball, and he's quickly in the hole, 0-2. Now a swing and a fly ball. Aguila is there, 2 gone. Derek Jeter trying to keep it up as you see that he's really turned it on here this month.
Derek Jeter.
First pitch coming. And he gives this one a pretty good ride down the left field line. Long run, but he gets there to track this one down, and a very nicely recorded out number 3. So they pick up no runs, no base hits, no errors, and none left. We'll look ahead to inning number 8 now. The Yankees lead it 5-1. Matt Trainer will be the batter, 0 for 2 thus far.
Matt Trainer.
Now a ball hit pretty well to the left, but this is going to wind up in the seats foul. Chased out of the zone there, and he's down 2 strikes.
That thing's almost in the dugout. What are you swinging at?
Shooting for that low inside corner, but he missed with it. 1-2.
Looks like it had him fooled a bit, but it couldn't hit the target.
Just a bit low. Tough call, but it's 2-2. Now a bullet back up the middle. And that'll get by into center field for a base hit.
Leadoff man is on here to open up the inning. They've been held to just that 1 run scored way back in the second, so they'll need to get the bats working here.
Chris Aguila will stand in, 0 for 2 thus far.
Chris Aguila.
And that misses inside, 1-0.
Hard to get the barrel of the bat on that one. Good eye.
And, looked like ball 2 below the knees, but it's ruled a strike, and that evens the count at 1-1. changeup just off the black, and it's 2-1. And a foul ball straight back. Curveball, and he buckled him, but it's full 3-2. Top of the order to follow here. And he takes ball 4, so a good job out of the 9-hole in getting on base as we go back to the top of the order. Hanley Ramirez will stride in, grounded out his last time through. And this is taken outside for ball 1.
Matt, his pitch count's up over 75, so you have to figure they're going to start keeping closer tabs on him.
Now a swing and a hard hit ball back through the box. Jeter on to first to complete the double play. Call to the bullpen made here, and they want the left-handed specialist Mike Myers.
Number 36, Mike Myers.
Jeremy Hermida will try and get things going because, as you can see, he's just not hitting the ball well this month. First pitch to him. And this pitch is right down the middle, strike 1.
And that's a sign of a veteran pitcher getting ahead early in the count.
Check swing, but he held up in time, ball 1. One pitch and a nice call for the change. It's 1-2. And that misses, and we're even at 2-2.
And let's see if that sets up the outside corner now.
Just did get a piece of that one, so he stays alive here. Another 2-2 offering. And this is grounded foul down the line, so he'll tee it up again. Two is a changeup that misses, 3-2. Mike Jacobs would be next. And he misses ball 4, so he comes out of the bullpen and immediately walks the first man he faces. Mike Jacobs will get another crack, 1 for 3 thus far. Has a look, now the pitch. In there at the knees, strike 1.
And one of the reasons this guy's been in the bigs for so long is that he knows the importance of first pitch strikes.
Swing and a ball bounced back up the middle. And that is through into center field, a base hit. Miguel Cabrera will dig in. He lined out hard in his last time around. Here's a fastball called for strike 1. Both teams with 6 hits so far. And this one is off the glove of Posada. The 1-1 now to Cabrera. Now a hard hit ball back up the middle. And that'll get through into center field for a base hit. Oh, a collision, and he is out at the plate as the catcher hangs on, and he really got belted that time. So it's a run on 3 hits, no errors, and 2 men left on. Home half of the 8th, straight ahead. The Yankees lead it 5-2. Alex Rodriguez will dig in. Strikeout victim his last time.
Alex Rodriguez.
Lined up the middle. And that'll get down for a base hit. So he goes after the first pitch, and it's early trouble here this half of the inning. So a runner at first now with nobody out. And in steps trouble in the person of Gary Sheffield. Now a check swing, but he holds up in time. Ball 1. Hits are even at 7 apiece. A check on A-Rod, now the pitch. And 2-0 as this one's taken low. A strike, and it's 2-1.
Boy, he who hesitates is lost. Just waited a little too long to think about pulling the trigger.
Ready with the 2-1. Swing and a bouncing ball toward the hole. Throw in time as he's called out on a very close play at second. Hideki Matsui will dig in, and as you can see, he's been a much better hitter at home this year. And waiting for him to call a strike, but he never did. It's 1-0.
Got to make sure at the plate you don't hit one on the ground here.
Swinging a high pop-up straight back. Should have enough room back there, though. And he's able to stay with it, but he did not make that look easy. Chris Risa will be the new pitcher.
Now pitching for the Marlins, number 44.
Miguel Cairo will try and turn things around here as he's really cooled off this month. And, not quite sure what was wrong with that one, but it's 1-0. Swinging a ground ball to first. Pretty routine over there for Jacobs, and that ends the inning. So no runs here on 1 base hit, no errors, and 1 man left on. 9th inning coming up. Last chance for romance. The Yankees are out in front, 5-2.
Your attention, please.
And on to try and close things out here in the 9th. Who else? Mariano Rivera.
Mariano Rivera.
Lenny Harris will stand in, needing to get things started here in the top of the 9th.
Lenny Harris.
Ninth inning underway now as the first pitch is taken for a cold strike. Good cut fastball that time, and he's in control now, 0-2.
And if he's smart on the mound, don't expect to see this one anywhere near the zone.
Good action to the cutter, but he lays off, and the count goes to 1-2. And there's the bread and butter from Rivera as the cut fastball gets him. Number 32 will try again. 0 for 3 thus far. swing and a liner towards second. And a diving try, but it's off his glove, and that ought to be a one-out hit. Throw into second. Not in time, and he's in there with a double. Josh Willingham will step in. 0 for 3, but with an RBI. First pitch on the way. Cold strike at the letters, 0-1.
Good idea to take a strike here. You need base runners.
Good cutter there, and he's got him behind the 8 ball now, 0-2. And he struck him out. And there's the hat trick, as that's his 3rd strikeout of the ballgame. Matt Trainer will step in, and you see by the numbers he's been a much better road hitter thus far. Pause, now the pitch. And a strike at the knees. More like at the shins, but it's 0-1. Waved at and missed, and he's behind 0-2.
Down to their last strike, so they certainly have their backs up against it.
Just does stay alive as this is fouled back. Now a swing and a ground ball. This should do it. Throw on to first, and the ball game is over.
Well, they'll send these fans home happy as they're able to earn a decisive victory here this afternoon.
So a win for the Bronx Bombers here, and Soup, let's check out our majestic play of the game.
Matt, this was certainly a big play. You could see when the ball was on its way home, there was going to be a collision, and then, pow! Like a freight train coming in. That had to hurt.
And fellas, as always, there are a few guys we could have chosen from, but out of everybody, Dave, I think the guy you see here is most deserving of being our upper deck player of the game.
Yeah, Matt, a 3-hit ball game for him, and a couple of those were key hits as he swung the bat very well in this one.
So that'll just about wrap things up here in this one. For Dave Campbell and Rex Hudler, this is Matt Vasgersian saying thanks for joining us here this afternoon. Once again, the final score, the Yankees come out on top 5-2. This has been a presentation of MLB 06, The Show. For more, log on to MLB06.com. So long, everybody.